What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's really cool because we are out here on my favorite lake and we're going to be doing some bass fishing, starting with a blade bait, and we're going to be probably just hitting just about anything we can. The water's really stained today. Today is January, February, March, April, May 2nd, I think. So really excited to be out here, and we're going to rip some lips, hopefully get on these largemouth. There's some pike in here as well. Like I said, the water's stained. I don't know what kind of bite we're going to get into today, but let's get in there and rip some lips. I think the weeds are growing up terrible in here. Yeah, trust me, I hear you loud and clear. This is a wow. It's pretty weeded up. I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully I don't hit this log right here. There we go. First one of the day on the little rattle bait. Awesome. There we go. Nice bass on the little Death Stalker blade bait there. Take that back, not a rattling bait, just a blade bait. Very cool fish. The water is very stained today. We're gonna get him back in the water and we're gonna keep fishing. There's a lot of fish in here to be caught today, and we're just getting warmed up. They're being very vocal today. Goodness. I'm really holding my rod tip up about as high as you can possibly go right now, trying to keep all those weeds off my lure. So a lot of this lake has weeds that come straight up from the bottom, and they get all the way to about 12 inches from the surface. So although it might not look like it's too terribly weeded up, it's god awful in here. It is real bad. A lot of fish, but even more weeds to deal with. Sometimes it gets frustrating, but if you can work through the weeds, you can usually get some bass to bite. All right, I've had enough of this blade bait for now. We're gonna switch over to a weedless bait, probably a weedless swim bait, and we're gonna give that a shot. Was hoping it would be warm enough to try some frogs today, but that might be later on. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to roll with this for now. All right, here's what I'm working with now. We got a white swim bait. Weedless swim bait. This is a KEITECH 3.8 inch in the white and pearl, and I got a 4/0 swim bait hook on there, and I think it's weighted at 1/4 ounce. There's one. Ooh, nice little guy. She pumped some slack in that line. First cast with the swim bait and produces my first fish. Very excited about that. I wasn't sure if the swim bait would work, but got a good feeling now. Look at that tail all ripped up. That means these fish are most likely spawning right now. Real bad shape down here. Great largemouth second of the day. Boom. Swim bait does the trick. Really slow rolling it. There's one. Second one. Oh yeah. I might have found a little honey hole here. He either just noticed he's hooked, or I've got a bunch of weeds, and yep, bunch of weeds. He didn't look like a monster when he hit, because I kind of seen a little profile of him, but you know, you add about 5 pounds of weeds and he feels like a real good fish. I think these fish are starting to move up a little shallow. There we go, another great looking fish, still very ripped up. So wow, he's ready to go. There's one. Oh, I thought he popped off. He just turned hard on me. There he is. It's a good one. You just kind of got to figure it out here. And that's kind of what I've struggled with over the years, and I'm trying to figure it out still, is when you go to a place, you got to get on that pattern. You got to figure it out. And then as soon as you figure it out, this happened. Not a big fish by any means, 13 incher, but you start to get the numbers game. And then once you get the numbers, you can work on the size. I'm thinking today might be a killer day. We've already got 4. Took me about a half an hour to start catching them, but we're getting there. There's one. I'm gonna guess he followed it out from the weeds. I landed on top of the pads there. He's still there. Oh yeah, he's there. They just turn so hard sometimes, it's hard to tell if they're still there because it kind of goes slack for a second. Another good fish. Yeah, the tails are bloody. They're doing work now. I think we're coming at a good time. I think we got probably 2 or 3 weeks of this really, really good fishing here. And then we might get into some of those summer temperatures that really slow it back down. But right now, I think we're doing awesome. We're doing real good. There's one. That was way aggressive. Way aggressive. Probably didn't need to set the hook that hard, but I seen a monster wake and I was not gonna risk losing something that could have been a 5+ pounder. So I set it pretty good. Another one. I love when these fish move up shallow. It's so much fun to catch them, especially on moving baits, and you can just feel them pump slack so hard into that line. There's a good one. Oh yeah, come on, be big. Ah, not a monster. That's okay. Wow. Awesome. Another one right off the weeds. I think back here in this little cut here, it's a little bit shallower, and so that water is just a hair cleaner than out kind of on the main lake. It kind of gets pretty muddy in there. Another very beautiful bass. There ain't nothing worse than catching a tree. Oh, got it out. Now let's see if we can get a bass on that. That would be wicked. Ah! Man, he had it right there. That was so cool. I'm gonna go back in for a second strike. That cast is not in the same exact area, but it's close. And I think if I slow roll it, he might come up and nail it. Running out of room. Dang. That was a wicked cool bite. These swim baits are killer. Unfortunately, you know, it's there's no hooks in the tail. You can't sacrifice the action of the bait for an extra hook, and so I'm working with what I'm working with. I love them though. I wouldn't change them for nothing. Tell me right there, you guys can see that monster snapper. Please don't eat my boat. Oh my goodness gracious. Right here, I'm gonna poke his shell. There he goes. Wow. You don't want to mess with that guy. Heck no. I feel fairly certain saying that if he could get his mouth around the boat, some way, some shape, whatever, he would easily put me at the bottom of this lake. He'd poke a hole through it in no time. There's one. He's digging deep. Really turning on me. Man, they put up such a good bite in here. Back when I started fishing this, they had done a recent kill, and so almost every fish in here was, you know, the 8 to 12 inchers. Now we're getting up to some 14-inch fish, which is really cool because I think, you know, in the next 3 to 5 years, we may be up to 16, etc., etc. And then these fish are going to continue to grow and get just, everyone in here is going to be just a monster. Look at that tail. Just destroyed, man. He is bleeding all over the place. That's incredible. We came at a good time. Boom. I think as the day goes on and it starts to heat up even more, it's gonna get just insane here. So starting out, we started at about 61 degrees, and I think we're gonna get to mid 70s by the end of the day. It's still pretty early, about 11 probably by now, 10:30 or 11. And I think as the day goes on, these fish are gonna start to move up real shallow, and they're gonna get real aggressive real quick. You know, I'm already getting a lot of hits. So adding some more heat, getting that temperature rised up a little bit, the fishing's gonna be nuts. Last time I was here, I hit every one of these spots that I've hit today and got 0 bites. It's just a matter of a couple days and a little temperature really can change it. I just had a big blow up there. I don't know if that was a fish or a turtle, but that was crazy. That's a second tree I've caught. I don't know what's going on there. 2 hits in a row, just couldn't get it done. He's there, he's there. We're gonna get back in there. He'll get it. Oh my goodness. I set the hook like a boss there because that was a big fish. That was probably a 3 to 4 pounder. Not a monster, but I mean, that's huge for in here. And I was, oh man, I was ready for that one. They're aggressive. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get a big one. Come on now. There's one. Looks like a little better. Ah, oh man, it lost him. That's all right. Another reason I love these baits is they're so versatile. That's like 9 or 10 fish now on this one bait. I haven't done anything except push it closer to the hook, because every now and then it'll start to slide down. But other than that, it's in great shape. I love the fact that I'm seeing a bunch of ripples in here. That makes me very happy, because I'm correct in my assumption that these fish have moved shallow. Ah, no! That was, there it is. Yep, got him. That was wicked cool. Haha. I think I'm gonna retire that swim bait now. Officially have abused the piss out of it. It's still a very versatile bait. That makes number 10 on this one bait, so. 10 fish, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. KEITECHs are by far one of my favorite baits. Strike King also makes a very similar product, and so does Guggen Baits, and there's a lot of swim baits out there. Just about any of them would work just as good, but number 10. I may not show you guys every single fish catch, so if the numbers aren't adding up, that's why, but that's quite a few fish on one lure. That's all that I've got wrong with it, is just that little tail. I don't like the action of it. I've got plenty of them in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch it out. There's one. Good deal. That's probably the biggest one of the day. That's got some girth to him. Nice little fish there. Last one, I think. We're gonna put him back. There he goes. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun to make. We killed him on the swim bait. We'll be back out here again for sure, but make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more adventures to come. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on another Upstream Outdoors episode. Peace, y'all.